everybody. I'm Lara Trump coming to you from my home in New York. While Joe Biden and the Democrats continue to play politics, Donald Trump continues to lead our team down the field to victory. Joining me is former Heisman Trophy winner and former NFL star, our friend Herschel Walker. Herschel, it's great to get you on the show. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me on. It's great to talk to you.
Thank you. Well, listen, the country has fought against some tough opponents this year, to say the least. And you've been using your social media platforms to coach people through this period with optimism and inspiration. Tell us about what you've been doing and why you felt like it was so important at this time.
Well, first of all, I love America. I'm blessed to be in a great country as the United States of America, and I love America. And to see what's going on, I think it's a shame if you don't speak up. And, I don't see it as coaching people. I just see it as just trying to encourage people to hold on. I think we are the greatest country in the world. Even at this time right now, we're still the greatest country in the world, but we can come together because we're very, very good people. And we see so many people that seem to be colorblind right now to what's going on around them because of politics. And I think that's what is really, really a shame. I grew up in the South. I grew up in a small little town, but I don't want people to be fooled. And I think right now, because of politics, I think a lot of these social media platforms, this media outlet is trying to fool people.
Yeah.
But this administration has done an incredible job. And I think right now they're trying to throw racism in the mix. And I think that's what is I think that is insulting. And I just want people to be honest and be truthful.
Yeah, well, that's what we should all expect, right? Unfortunately, the Democrats have been playing politics with pretty much everything. Coronavirus, riots, anything you can imagine this year, it's up for grabs for them. Don't you think, Herschel, the American people would rather they work with the president than against him?
Well, that's what you should do. I thought that's what you go to office to do, is work with the president. It is sad because, I told everyone, whether you voted for President Trump or not, you still respect that office. Yeah. And if anyone should love the United States of America, it should be your president of the United States. And I say, guys, you got to give him a fair shake. Whether you voted for Obama or not, he was the first black president that to ever come to the United States of America. Well, you got to support him. You got to get along with him. You got to work with him.
That's right.
Well, give him a fair shake. Well, this president here and this administration here hasn't had a fair shake. What is so sad to me, and that's what I want American people to realize. What he has done for the African American community is the truth, whether you like it or not. That is the truth, and I want to get it out there because he deserves respect for that. And people get upset with me and they can call me names, and I say, guys, the truth may hurt, but that's the truth, and I'm going to stand up for the truth because I love the United States of America. This is America's dream, and I'm not going to let this country go down without fighting for it. And that's why I want all the people to realize today what's going on is not right. Yeah. Unless we stand up, we're going to lose the United States of America, the greatest country in the world, unless we stand up to what is right and what is wrong.
Yeah, well, you say, Herschel, whether they like it or not, these things have happened. Let me tell you, they don't like it. That's why they fight so hard, I think, every day against this president, because you're right. The facts speak for themselves. The truth is the truth, and the proof is in the pudding when it comes to Donald Trump, when it comes to the Trump administration. And people out there who didn't vote for Donald Trump, who are bamboozled by all the nonsense they see on the media, they don't like it because it goes against what narrative they're trying to put out there. This president has been amazing for all groups of people throughout this country. But that's why you see all the nonsense out there from the media and from the Democrats every day, because guess who did it? Donald Trump, not the Democrats. They didn't have anything to do with this. Donald Trump fought every single step of the way to make America great again, and he's continuing to do it. I want to talk a little bit about the military, because you're always a great supporter of first responders, the military, police. It's incredible how the Democrats have demonized law enforcement throughout the past couple of months in our country. What is your thought on what we've seen happen out there?
Well, the reason we're the best country in the world, we have law and order. And it is sad right now that certain people in Washington now want to play tennis but don't have guidelines. And if some people have to play within the lines, the other people can play outside the lines, it becomes a very boring game. And I think for people to not respect the police, those are first responders that give their life, they give their family, they give up something to make this country great. And I'm not going to say every person in the police are great, but every citizen in the United States are not great either. But that's the
True.
way life is. But we can make it better because of this country we have. And when you can't support the police or our military, people that sacrifice their life, and which is something that is so strange to me, you know, one of the oaths the military take is I would defend the United States of America, foreign and domestic. Well, our leaders in Washington, the oath that they take is I would defend the Constitution of the United States, foreign and domestic. Well,
Yep.
within the Constitution, it talks about law and order. Well, if you're blind by the law, why are you in office? You know, the question I ask is are they being paid for what's going on today? Because there are people out there that are not getting paid because they don't have a job. Well, the president of the United States gave up his salary from the beginning that he wasn't taking the salary. Well, who has done that? Who has done that? And then, yeah, they don't want to acknowledge what he's done for not just the African American community, not for just the Hispanic community. He's done that for the United States of America. And I
That's
said,
right.
guys, you have to clean your home up before you can go outside to clean someone else's home up. And that's what he was doing, but yet he was doing it alone. Because, and I'm not putting down the Republican Party. I think right now they're standing up for this administration. But if you can remember, at the beginning, they didn't really know about this president as well. But now they see what he stands for. And I tell people this, and everyone need to listen to this. Do not listen to what he says, see what he does. Sometimes people can say all types of things, but see what he does. And because he's doing it for the United States of America, how can you argue with that?
I love it. You're exactly right. Great, great points, Herschel. The last thing I want to ask you, you know, you've known Donald Trump since pre-politics, right? How long have
I
you known
have.
Donald Trump?
Well, President Trump and I met in 1983, and I've known him since '83. He's invited me to his home. You know, he's a friend. He's not just a president of the United States. He's a friend. And I've told everyone when they mentioned the word racism, you know, it was insulting to me
Yeah.
because I said, how can a man be a racist? And he's had Herschel Walker, and I think I'm black. You know, I have to check myself sometimes
Not
because people
according
call
to
me all
Joe
types of
Biden,
names.
Herschel.
Yes,
Not according to
and
Joe
that's what's
Biden,
so
but
funny.
everyone
But and
else,
you know,
yes.
and this was so funny about Vice President Joe Biden. And I said, guys, I said, watch what people do, not to be mean. And I said, I don't want to come on to do this. I said, look at Joe Biden's record since he's been in office.
Look
You
at
know,
that.
and not to be mean, the historical black colleges were not funded. Well, we had a black president. He did not fund historical black colleges. Who funded historical black colleges? It wasn't Joe Biden. He had an opportunity to do. Who did the prison reform? Wasn't Joe Biden or President Obama, but this president did. And I said, guys, that's why I said the truth. Where President Trump, I've known forever. Not only have I known the man has come to my home, you know, and not to be mean, you know, when your husband, he was a little baby when I knew President Trump. He was a little baby. I held him,
Aw.
and I said, this is what's so funny. People use that word racism, and it's insulting to me because that's not racism. Just because you disagree with me doesn't mean it's racism. So I try to encourage Americans. Americans, we need to stand up for America. Don't be afraid to be called names. You know, you'll be shocked at names I've been called. You know, and I
Oh,
take it with like a grain of salt. Because when I was little, I was bullied. I was called names. So today, names doesn't hurt me. What hurts me is to see us lose this country because this is the greatest country in the world. And I said, and I don't want to lose this country, and I'm going to fight for it. Even though I think that laws seem to be a law for some people and not laws for others, but I'm going to continue to fight for it, and that's what I think I need to do.
well, we appreciate the fight that you have for our country. It is, Herschel, the most important thing in the world. I can't think, now that Eric and I have two little kids of our own, probably the same age as when you met my husband, nothing is more important than keeping America America, than making sure this country is great for our future generations, because we are so lucky and so blessed to live in the United States of America. So thank you for fighting for it. Thank you for standing up and speaking from your heart. It's not easy these days because the cancel culture is running rampant. The media is trying to shut everybody down. The Democrats are trying to demonize all of us. But it's people like you that inspire others to stand up and speak out and speak their voice. So thank you, Herschel, for all you do. And thank you so much for being with us today.
Hey, thank you for having me on. And you keep the fight up as well because it's not just people like me, but it's people like you who's going to give the truth. Because right now, listening to the news media, they give you their opinion. They don't give you the news.
Yeah,
And that's
that's
what's
right.
sad. Opinion is not important. You need to have the news. And I've told my family, turn the news off. You know, now you just gotta try to get it for yourself or get it from family members, because the news is not where you want to get it from.
That's right. Facts over feelings. That's what we say. Facts matter. So thank you again, Herschel.
Hey, you're welcome.
Though the Democrats won't stop playing politics, Donald Trump is leading us towards a historic victory for America. That's the real news for today. If you'd like to get involved with Team Trump, go to donaldjtrump.com or download the official Trump 2020 app. I'm Lara Trump, coming to you from my home in New York. Thanks for joining us, everybody.